Of course, Microsoft could save the day. They could keep TikTok around for a long time if they can cut a deal that works for all the parties involved. Themselves, ByteDance, the government, all the rest of it.
Yeah.
The government's probably the hardest to work with at this point because, well, like I said, there's not much leverage on this ByteDance side. It just expires and they're gone if the deadline expires. However, some people at Microsoft not so happy. Some employees at Microsoft supposedly, reportedly, say this is a step backwards. We don't want anything to do with TikTok.
It's a poison chalice?
Yeah, it's a poison chalice.
Oh.
You nailed it from the last episode. Well, you know Bill Gates said it, so you know there had to be some sentiment, and you know there would have to be an opinion, right? You work at Microsoft, you're doing okay. You got stuff coming out. You're worth more than $1 trillion. You're still Microsoft. I mean, maybe the glory days are not what, you know, but you got the, look, you just made the deals with Android. You got these Duo Neo devices. You gave up on the Windows Phone. Maybe you're making a play there. You got the Xbox coming out. You got all the cloud stuff you're doing. You're Microsoft. What do you got? Teams. You got LinkedIn. You still got the OS and all those products. So you're doing all right. Do you need TikTok? Do you need a play in social, which is such a messy, it's very messy, social. Messy and, like I said to you, sort of volatile, at least with new social startups. You're not really sure the true monetization potential. It's not like selling a product.
Yeah.
It's, we're cool right now. Do we stay cool forever? I don't really know. I don't know. What about you? What is our user base? What about daily actives? It's different business. Different business. So some people internally, employees, they got this little Yammer group going. I don't know about Yammer. I guess it's a place where you talk about workplace stuff privately. I'm assuming anonymously.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just guessing.
Yammer.
And so they got some little group in there called CEO Connection, and it allows Microsoft employees to ask CEO Satya Nadella questions and discuss topics that are relevant to Microsoft. Okay, maybe it's not anonymous, but there are polls that are set up in there. There was a poll saying, should Microsoft buy TikTok? And then this poll got leaked, I believe, to Business Insider. Should Microsoft buy TikTok? Voted on by Microsoft employees. 63% said no. 18% said not sure, and then only 18% said yes. Pretty low approval on that front. And I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just a demographic thing where it doesn't line up with the ideals of the group of people that are that would fit the typical Microsoft employee kind of picture. Could be, or it could be people don't like the product, or it could be some of the messiness that I just suggested with getting involved in the social media business, or it could be some of the potential messiness or perceived messiness of getting involved with the U.S. government to make the deal happen, and whether or not anybody would ever be happy with it, or if even TikTok users would say that's a Microsoft brand now. You see where I'm going here?
Yeah, I would agree with it.
Seems risky.
Yeah,
seems risky from a number of standpoints. Now, it's important to note that the poll was only around 250 people. And there's 150,000 people that work for Microsoft. So it's not necessarily indicative of the whole group of people, but it gives you some sort of idea of the sentiment internally. And it's cool to hear from those from those inside, as opposed to the reports that are always on the outside. It's all speculation. This is less speculative. This is, okay, these are complicated conversations. For sure, if the CEO answers questions in that particular group, he's looking at it, thinking about it, and these concerns are probably going to get elevated and they're going to talk about it. What happens to the morale within the company? Do people think we screwed up? I mean, you want to have the right morale. You want to have the right agenda that everybody sort of belongs to and agrees with. It all matters within the culture of a workplace.
Absolutely.
I mean, imagine you and I sitting here determining if we should buy TikTok or not. Yeah. You'd be looking at me saying, Lou, we can't be running this thing.
Yeah, you're crazy. You're nuts.
Yeah, we're a couple guys. We're sitting here. We're chatting.
Yeah.
We're having a time. Otis has his favorite ball. He's chewing on his favorite ball. Yeah. You say, Lou, do you want all these problems? TikTok. Donald Trump, you got to negotiate with? Yeah. You're going to have to you're going to go take a loan, and we just got these profits going. And
we got to pay the Treasury?
Yeah, we got to pay the Treasury a chunk. That might be more what the conversations look like internally.
It's a tough call.
It's a tough call. Potential deal to buy TikTok value between $25 billion, $40 billion. So those numbers keep moving around a little bit, but it ain't no joke. That's a serious That's a couple of lunches, as I like to say.
Mm.
It's a couple of lunches.